Hello, hello! Welcome to A Novel Console, your weekly podcast where we talk about books, games, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. My name is Chris, and with me is my beautiful co-host and wife, Karradyne.
Hello!
How are you doing today, Karradyne?
I'm doing pretty well. I got my Moscow Mule in one hand. I got my dog on the other side.
And you're ready to talk about books?
I'm ready to talk about books, and it is cold. It is cold as fuck, and it's going to get even colder.
Yep.
It is a magical time of year.
Yes, it is. So we got our drinkies. We have our...
Sleepies.
What's a sleepie?
Our drinkies, our sleepies, and our doggies.
Yep, our pups. Mm-hmm. Hey, if this is your first time or 122nd
Jeez.
time coming into the show, welcome. We're glad you're joining us for an episode of A Novel Console. We hope you stick around, have some laughs, and maybe find some new things to enjoy. If you want to reach out to us, you can do it on our socials, which is basically at A Novel Console on every platform, or you can email us directly at anovelconsole@gmail.com. Or if you would like to support us, you could do it at patreon.com/anovelconsole. You have something to say?
I do have something to say. You should tell all of your friends about the podcast, because when you tell your friends, they listen sometimes, and that helps. You can also leave us a review on most platforms. Reviews help us be more discoverable. We also have a Discord now, so you can email us to request the link to that, or go to our Twitter and look for the pinned tweet. Did you repin it since last week? Oh, you still haven't repinned it?
No, but Fred gave me the idea to put it on the bio.
Oh, why didn't you do that from the beginning?
I completely forgot. I haven't done it yet.
Why didn't you have our card link there?
It is.
Oh.
I think so. Is it?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm the only one who uses Twitter, so.
I fucking hate Twitter, even before Elon Musk took it over.
Last week, our episode came out on Tuesday. Tuesdays are bad days for podcasts. They always suffer listenership on Tuesdays, so.
But we were struggling.
Yeah, and it's the holiday season now. So Christmas is this week, then the next week
listenership is going to be down.
It's going to suffer like crazy. Yeah. But it's fine. I mean, it creates a nice little backlog for the listeners to enjoy. Because of that, we got a couple of things going on. The first is the next two episodes. For the next episode, we're going to do Dragon Ball Z Boost Fury, and you're going to finish the Boo Saga, which you're reading right now.
Yes.
And you're enjoying?
I am. It's kind of action-packed like the last one, so I appreciate that.
Told you. So that's that. Then the episode after that is going to be our favorite games and books of the year. So we are going to make we do have a channel. I think it's called Suggestions on the Discord. So if you want to join the Discord and give us, not your suggestions, your... favorite books and games of the year, just give us 5 of each, and we'll go ahead and go over them during the episode for the end of the year.
What are we doing? Top 10? Top 5?
Top 5.
Okay.
5 each.
Good. I already did my top 10, so I'll just take those 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I haven't done mine. I know I have 2. I think I did it with Thrak, but I forgot.
So, you should have written it down.
Yeah, I should have, but we were also playing Gears, so we
can't exactly write it down.
No, we were shooting...
Maybe he can help you remember what you said.
Underground lizard monsters in the face.
Oh my gosh.
So that's going to be the next 2 episodes. Garbage might be back at the beginning of the year, might be back next week, might be back the week after. No idea when.
It's not gone.
It's not gone. We just haven't had time to actually go and eat and take pictures and all that.
Yeah, like go to a new place or get something exclusive, and it's just... Yeah, it's the holidays.
It's been insane.
And our schedules have been wacky. It's just a hot mess.
And he just had 1 day off this week.
Yeah, I am devastated about it, honestly. I'm going to go in there looking like a zombie tomorrow.
Especially because we spent the whole day today cleaning.
Yes, I have had no downtime.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be given a second day off because I had to cover somebody yesterday. I normally would not work on the weekends. And they were supposed to give me a day off, but I'm too valuable. So I only got 2 half days instead of a whole day.
That still feels illegal.
Yeah. Well, no, not illegal. I mean, tons of people work 6, 8 tons and have no days off. I think about the poor Dollar Tree employee that I encountered today who was complaining that he had not had a break in 3 hours. 3 hours without a break. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious right now? Granted, I don't know how long his shift is. It may only be like 6 hours, and well, then he should be getting the break right now, I guess.
Yeah.
And then someone wanted to buy a gift card because people apparently buy Dollar Tree gift cards. Please don't ever give me a Dollar Tree gift card, dear God. If I need a gift card to go to the fucking Dollar Tree, we got bigger problems.
You know what would be funny?
What?
That card will last forever. You would never be able to empty it. Because, like, what are you going to buy a Dollar Tree with a gift card? Like,
I don't know.
And everything's $1. You will never empty that card.
Todd was like, I've got to have a manager to do this. And he looks around and he says, fuck. And then he was griping I don't know what the person said to him. And he's like, well, when the sign says Todd's tree, then I'll be able to tell you.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, he was a lot. He was a very grumpy, like, probably late 50s old man. Think he did not see his life heading in the direction of the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, that's...
Bless him. I felt for him, but at the same time, like, dude, you need to get your act together.
It's like, yeah, just go work at Walmart like all the retirees. They're
they're living their best lives over there. Walmart.
It's like that old man that took our receipt like at 10 at night. He was happy,
he was
full
old.
of energy.
Yeah.
He was old. He was having the time of his life.
He was. And he told us to have a good night.
Yep. So,
he didn't say when this is Bob Mart.
Yep. So, if just work at Walmart. You'll be happier there. Walmart is a great company.
Also, I wanted to say, I know you said we have this suggestion channel or whatever, but if you're not on Discord, you can also email us your top whatever.
5 books or games or both. Doesn't matter.
Or your top 5 meals.
Or your top 5 meals.
I don't think I'd be able to narrow down. Yeah. Well, if we went through all the garbage we did over the year, we should do that.
What?
We should come up with a top 5, but just a top 5, not you and me separate.
The top 5 garbage that we ate
of the
this
year. Yeah.
Did we eat papalozzi this year for the first time?
We found papalozzi this year, right?
That's number 1.
Yeah, that's always going to be number 1. Well, because didn't we find him at the beginning of the year?
More or less, I think so.
We'll go through and figure it out.
Hey, tell me about Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Oh my God.
Whose idea was it to watch this?
It was mine. So like I said, I had to work yesterday. And not only did I have to work yesterday, I covered this person for the last 3 days. He's our front desk person and his shift fucking sucks. From noon to 9 p.m. I am too old for that shit. I know some people choose to, or, get stuck with that schedule and don't make a fuss.
I didn't mind.
I worked that at 21. I am not 21 anymore.
I didn't mind working night shifts like 11 to 7 because there's nobody there. Everybody leaves you the fuck alone.
That is the only part that I didn't mind. That there was no one there. Although it got kind of weird at night when I was the only person there. And every noise freaked me out. At least there's a camera system.
And your brother also say that he prefers to work at night?
Yes, because there's less activity on the streets. But it's crazy to me that I used to work that shift at Disney and then go to the parks afterwards if they were still open.
Oh, God.
I don't know
Disney
how I had the energy.
Weird.
Anyway, so came home. We ate a super, super late dinner because my poor hubby doesn't like to be without me at all and waited for me to eat dinner every night that I worked that late shift, even though he still had a normal shift. My sweet, sweet man. He's in the kitchen cooking at 9:30 at night, waiting for me to get home.
Making a whole steak dinner.
Making a whole steak dinner at 9:30 at night when he had to be at work at 9 o'clock the next morning while I was still asleep.
Hey, 12 hours is enough for digestion.
Sure. Anyway, I was like, how about we watch some of that Dragon Ball Abridged? And I think you were a little weirded out by it. But I didn't realize the episodes were so short. So we breezed through the first 3 episodes. And holy cow. Those things are really rough. Really, really rough. The quality is terrible.
They get better. They get so much better.
And especially like it wasn't even the picture quality. The picture quality is awful, but the sound quality, especially on like Bulma, it sounds like a bad podcaster who's like on the opposite side of the room from the microphone.
Sounds like us when we started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like you can hear all the house noises over her voice.
Just like
and
you can hear the
Goku's
cars
voice
going
actor
by.
is trash.
Goku's voice actor is great.
Trash. But I didn't realize he was that stupid.
Yeah, Goku's a fucking idiot. But also you saw that these episodes were released like 15 years ago.
14 years ago for the oldest ones, yes.
I was in high school when these started coming out.
That's disgusting.
That is an eternity ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm what, 32 minus 15?
And that's the thing.
I
like,
was in middle school when these started coming out.
It's weird to sit down and watch stuff that was made that long ago and realize, oh, wow, that's like, we've come so far. Can you imagine in 10 years, we're going to see like 4K as poor quality? I find that hard to believe.
I don't think
I feel like we've hit peak.
I don't think that's going to happen because after a certain resolution, your eye doesn't pick it up.
I
So
see.
you can go like 50K and you're not
Going to be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see anything. Because your eyes can only pick up so much.
Well, quality 14 years ago with these Dragon Ball Z people, it was trash.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But tell me about the content. Did you find it entertaining?
It was funny.
The
It was
Yoshi
kind of
thing?
stupid. Yeah. And what did Goku say? Can I ride you?
Yeah.
That was weird.
He's like, he has Piccolo. Yeah, are you a Yoshi? He says, yes, Goku. I'm a green fucking dinosaur.
Goku's like, can I ride you? Oh, God.
And then Raditz is like, oh, my brother and the Namekian. And Goku's like, that's not canon yet.
I can't.
So funny.
No, while we were watching it, I realized, and I think you'd told me before, but I don't remember. I realized that my ex had shown me the whole Nappa and Vegeta coming to
Getting
Earth and
down to
Nappa
business.
singing, getting I'll make a man out of you. And God, Nappa's voice is really annoying, and I haven't even really seen him yet. We've only seen the like little snippet of them.
And
That duo, oh my God. And he dies like as soon as they get to Earth, right?
Almost. Like the voices are almost on par with what they sound like for the official release.
Really?
Except for Goku's.
Oh.
Goku sounds more like his
was
Japanese,
really bad.
like his Japanese version.
I don't really like Chi-Chi.
No?
No. Not in this, at least. I don't know. She's very cold and
Well, you also saw the bit where Krillin is like, oh, hypothetically, what if Goku dies
what
and
if I
Piccolo,
told you? Yeah. And she's like, I'd chop your...
like I would
castrate
castrate you
you.
with a rusty knife.
Yeah, and then she's walking around the house sharpening the knife.
He's like, do you want to stay? Do you want to stay the night? Krillin says, against my better judgment, sure.
Oh my God. He's an idiot.
It's great. It's so funny. It gets so much better. I can't wait to get to the good episodes. Like when Nappa sings Ghost Nappa. It's like Ghostbusters, but instead of Ghostbusters, he says Ghost Nappa.
Also, I'm looking at your Funkos now. Do you not have a Krillin Funko Pop?
I don't think I do.
What?
Yeah.
Is there a Krill? There's surely there
Yeah,
is.
there
I
is.
was about to
I
say,
think
there's
two.
literally
There's
everybody
like a regular
else.
one, and there's one with like a Destructo disc.
Is there one with hair?
No, I don't think so. You like him with hair, don't you?
No, he looks ridiculous. He is a joke. He's Yamcha part 2 with hair. He looks so foolish. It is awful. I cringe every time I see him. I cringe so hard.
Krillin.
And then when they refer to him as the strongest human, I'm just like,
You know, they
What?
say that, but technically he's not the strongest human.
Hercules.
No,
I'm kidding.
no, it's Tien.
Tien?
Tien is the strongest human.
Who's Tien? Which one
Eyeball.
is Tien?
Eyeball dude.
Oh, he's a human?
Yes, he's a human.
Why does he have an eyeball there?
Training.
Oh,
He trained so hard that he grew another eyeball.
oh.
So. But yeah, he's technically the strongest human.
But he
Not
lives
Krillin.
up in the sky.
He lives in
No?
the mountains. 'Cause he's always training with Chaozu.
Krillin is the strongest, not living in the mountains.
Technically. So you like the bridge?
Yeah, it was goofy.
It was goofy.
We can keep watching it.
We can keep watching
up
it.
to where they got their cease and desist.
Yes, which is after the Cell games.
Which was only 5 years ago, so I'm looking forward to seeing what that quality
It's
is.
so much better.
Because that
I
was
cannot wait.
2017.
I cannot
Fuck, the
wait.
year we met.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to see when Popo says all these squares make a circle. I think you're gonna find that funny. And
Popo is goofy. He's a goofy goober.
No,
he looks so
scary.
funny.
He's scary.
But he looks like Luna when she's lost.
Blank.
Yeah.
Blank stared.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blank slate.
There's that, and there's also the Cell being gay, and you had my attention, but now you have my erection. Yeah, can't wait.
What?
For you to get, yes, he says that to Gohan, who's 10 years old. So
That's disturbing.
I can't wait. This is gonna be so much fun. And then afterwards, we can watch the movies, and we can do Patreon episodes about them if we feel like it.
It'll be
Which
fun.
we should. We really need to get on Patreon and do.
We
something.
do. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Let's make that one of our New Year's resolutions.
More Patreon episodes.
Yeah.
Yes.
New Year resolutions.
Yeah. You also have some other New Year's resolutions that you want me to hold you accountable for. So
What are those?
be more creative.
Yes. Exercising
Yeah.
with my hula hoop and my Just Dance.
And you're Just Dance.
And my walking outdoors. I really need to walk outdoors now that it's cold. Anyway, off topic.
All right.
I'm going to sip my mule while you talk.
Do we want to go into read and place, or do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I don't believe there is anything else, is there?
No.
Oh, now I am kind of irritated that I'm Chi-Chi now.
Why?
Because I don't know if I like her. She's
Oh,
and she's like not there.
In the drawing that they made for me?
Yeah, she's a boring, angry mom, and she gets left out of the story.
Well, she's better in Dragon Ball. You need to read the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be your goal for next year. Reading the original Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say so.
Yeah. If you get, I was throwing out clothes today, and I threw out a Dragon Ball shirt that doesn't fit
Don't tell
me,
people
and
that.
you picked it up so you could wear it because you like Dragon Ball.
Don't
now.
tell people that. You shut your mouth.
Nope, I am not.
Shut your mouth.
My wife
I'm
likes
only going to
Dragon
wear it in the apartment so nobody can see me.
Sure. Sure. I'm gonna take pictures of you and post them on Discord.
No.
Look at this nerd.
Please, I look terrible.
Fucking nerd. All right, it's read in place. All right, so for Read and Place this week, we have 4 games and 4 books because we don't have any garbage this week.
Yay.
So, do you want to go ahead and start talking about Fairy Tale? You didn't tell me who it was by.
You didn't ask me.
Who's it by?
You got to guess.
Okay.
You'll never guess.
Lee Bardugo.
No.
Uh,
You'll never. It's someone I would never. You never say never. But
Stephen King.
yes, actually.
What the hell?
Yeah. So
The world is ending.
I know, right? So it's like his most recent book.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept seeing it all over Bookstagram. And so many people that I trust who are not like big Stephen King readers kept talking about how great it is.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, I'll give it a shot. So I started reading it the other day when I was out reading on the balcony with the dog. And it's almost given me like To Kill a Mockingbird vibes so far. And just with like the way that it's written, it's kind of very simple. And it's from a kid's point of view. And like there's this big bad neighbor with scary house and a Cujo dog, which I thought was funny that he was referencing his own work within his work.
I mean, it's in his whole work, like...
isn't it all linked together? Isn't it all like one universe?
Isn't it like all linked to like Dark Tower?
I'm sure Burger Champ could tell us. Let us know.
Yeah, he would. He would.
But yeah, so it's interesting so far. It's really long, but thankfully the library doesn't have fines anymore, so I can take however the fuck long I want to read it, and they won't charge me for it. Yay! But like I said, it's very, very like simple writing so far. This kid, his mom dies like within the first couple pages, so I'm not spoiling that, I hope. And
So,
has like an alcoholic dad, so we haven't gotten anything magical yet, but
so it being like To Kill a Mockingbird,
it's just giving me To Kill a Mockingbird vibes.
so it's not going to make me feel like Homer. It's not going to tell me any fairy tales. It's just going to teach me not to judge a man by the color of his
I
skin.
don't like you.
You
Go somewhere else.
I looked up the quote and everything.
I
I
can't.
love that so much.
You're ridiculous.
Oh, that's something we should watch. I think you would find it very funny.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Continue.
So yeah, we'll see if I make it all the way through for DNF. I don't know yet.
So you
I'm
like
only
it
like
so
two
far?
chapters in.
or-
Yeah, so far it's fine. I mean, I'm not enthralled by any means, but I'm gonna keep going for now.
Okay, that's fair.
We'll see.
Last night I went to bed at
4 a.m. So you should say,
no. Technically, I went to bed way before that.
"Oh yeah, you got in bed with me,"
What
and then
time
I
was
passed
that?
out.
Like 11?
I think it was closer. I think it was closer to midnight, maybe.
Closer to midnight.
Yeah, because you came in. You took a while to actually come into the room. I thought you were gonna be faster than you were.
I was
I was about to
finishing-
start yelling at you.
I was finishing something up on High on Life,
I
which
see.
is this week's like highlight game.
I think you came in closer to midnight, and I think I wound up falling asleep around 1 or 2.
So when you fell asleep, I decided to, instead of reading manga, which is what I usually do before I go to sleep, I decided to play a little bit of Vampire Survivors on my phone.
So is it like the same? Is it tracking your progress on your phone from? No, you're just starting a new game. Oh boy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh.
So I played a little bit of Vampire Survivors the other day when you were here doing something on the computer. I was playing it on the Xbox. And I thought it was fine. During the Game Awards last week or the week before, I don't fucking remember when they were, they announced that Vampire Survivors was coming out on iOS and Android that same day. So I downloaded it. And the other day I played a little bit and I was like, this is not for me. So since I spent that much time on the Xbox, it was like an hour and a half that you were sitting here that I played on the Xbox. I was like, let me just give it another shot on my phone. Maybe it's a good before going to bed game. It's not a good going to before bed game. It is not a good bed game.
Do not play this game in bed.
No, do not. I went to bed.
It's like Disney Emoji Blitz. I
It's
remember
worse.
last time that I was really into it, I wound up laying in bed till like 12:30 on a work night, weeknight, work night, whatever.
So this game has been talked about to death. Like, people are obsessed with this fucking game. Like,
It looks like it's like nothing.
it's terrible. It's a fucking shit game, and it's so addictive. Like, I've seen like all of my podcasts that I listen to have talked about this fucking game, and every single episode I have not listened to because I don't care. Right? And I'm sure that the listeners right now, they're like, I don't fucking care about Vampire Survivors.
Let me
Please
skip this
stop
part.
talking. Yes, I don't mind if you turn the episode off right now because I'm sick of hearing about this game. And after putting that much time in, I am sick of this fucking game. I don't want to play it anymore, but I can't wait to lay down in bed with my phone and play some more Vampire Survivors.
But not until 4 a.m. because we have to work tomorrow.
Yeah. So this game looks a lot like Castlevania. Like, it borrows like monsters and stuff, and like the main baddie that you see in like the load up screen is Dracula, and then there's a main character that kind of has a whip, and you unlock more characters as you play and whatever, and they all have different abilities. But I saw on Twitter a description for this game, and it made so much sense for me. This game is a bullet hell, but you're the bullets.
What?
So bullet hell game is when you're the little ship or the little character or whatever, and you have a million bullets coming at you at the same time. And your job is to evade them and shoot down whatever's shooting you. In this game, you're the million bullets, and the enemies are The main characters.
Oh dear.
That doesn't make sense because they're not main characters. They're like skeletons and ghosts and bats and shit. But it has like all the Castlevania tropes. Like you have your whips, you have your lightning attacks, your Bibles that you can use to hit people, your crosses that you can use as boomerangs, your holy waters that create fields of damage for the enemies. It is so fucking simple and so stupid. And the graph, all you do is move around. You don't attack. You move your character around. That's it. And your character attacks automatically. And it is such an addictive game. And I figured out last night that you can buy upgrades. And when you buy those upgrades, you don't have to find that specific item to use them. They're already assigned to your character. So like my whole thing last night was I want to get all of the attract upgrades, which attracts all these gems that give you experience points that help you level up so you can get more abilities, and get the double projectile bonus. Because the double projectile bonus, whatever item that you have that does whatever sort of damage that's like a projectile, be it the whip or the lightning or the Bible or whatever, 2 of them come out from the start. So you don't have to keep collecting upgrades to make them stronger. Because as you collect upgrades, they get stronger. So if you collect another Bible, then you have 2 Bibles. And if you connect another Bible, then the Bibles stay out longer, spinning around you and do more damage. So it is... If you have some sort of seeing the numbers go up addiction or problem, don't play this fucking game. But I am going to tell my friends, download this game and play it because I know you're going to like it. One of them is Pedro, and I know that he's going to get obsessed with this game. Because
he has children. He can't stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning playing a phone game.
He is terrible when it comes to phone games. He gets addicted hard. Boy. There was a Mortal Kombat fighting game for the phone. He was so addicted. He could tell me, "You playing this game? You playing this game?" So
oh good. My gosh!
Like, dude, no.
Bless his heart. Bless him.
Yeah, fucking Vampire Survivors. What a terrible shit game. It's so addictive. It's probably what I'm gonna do most of the day tomorrow because I'm sure I'm not gonna have any work tomorrow.
I need you to clean.
Well, while I'm at work, I have to stay here, so
you can clean this room.
My room is clean.
You need to dust.
It's already dusted.
Dust again.
No, I'll dust Luna's
Dust
brains.
Yourself.
Hey, tell me about Kingdom of the Feared.
Kingdom of the Feared is the 3rd book in the, I don't even know what it's called. Is it the Cursed trilogy? Something like that. Anyway,
I wouldn't know.
Man, I don't remember. It's the Kingdom of the Wicked, Kingdom of the Cursed, Kingdom of the Feared by Carrie Maniscalco. So these books are set in hell. You have these witches in Italy. The first book made me really hungry. I think I talked about it on the podcast. Because they're in Italy, they're always cooking, and it's just magical. Well, now she's married to Satan.
Are you saying that Italian people are always cooking?
Yeah. God, last night I was on TikTok waiting for you to come into the room. I watched a full 3-minute TikTok, which are my least favorite TikToks. I want you to hook me. I want it to be fast. I want to get out of there. I want to watch lots of videos in a short span of time. This was a full 3-minute video of an Italian woman making pasta. Oh my God. At the number of times she rolled out that dough. Holy crap. And she was like doing some dances and shit with it. It was the most beautiful pasta I've ever seen in my life.
It probably tastes like the most beautiful.
Right? Too. It was probably magical. Anyway, so she's now married to Satan. And
the lady that was making the pasta in the video?
Yes, that lady is married to Satan. She's a witch. And they have lots and lots of really spicy, sexy time. It's very good. But also, like, I fell in love with these books because they're such a good fantasy. And this last one is there's a little bit too much sex and not enough fantasy, as much as it pains me to say that. But that's the thing. If it's a sex book, I want it to be a sex book. If it's a fantasy book, I want it to be a fantasy book, and we can throw in some sex here and there. But you're taking away from my fantasy with the sex now. And that's upsetting me a little bit.
So, is what type of hell is it? Is it Dante Alighieri's
kind
hell?
Of? So
like
no, not the 7, but you got the 7 deadly sins. So wrath is Satan.
Okay.
And then he's got all these brothers that are demons. So pride, lust, greed, envy.
Mm-hmm.
I named all of them.
So let me guess. Lust has a massive wiener, and envy is jealous of him.
Yeah, probably. The lust court is probably my favorite because literally everyone is having sex everywhere, all over the place. It's kind of nuts. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. And I almost feel like she's copping out a little bit with this because, like, say you need to okay, I don't want to spoil too much because this book is not that, it came out just a couple months ago.
Okay.
But like, okay, so someone needs to talk to her. Every time they go to have sex, which is a lot, she like zaps out of her mind and is somewhere else, like in a dungeon, being interrogated by this person. It's like every time she like goes to put his wiener in her mouth or something, boop, she's out of her head and she's in a dungeon being interrogated. It's happened. It's kind of like the sacrifices in that Godzilla movie. Like the noble sacrifice loses its nobility when it happens so many times.
I mean,
like,
but that doesn't
this is
seem
not
like
that
a bad
interesting when it keeps happening.
Would you rather suck a wiener or be interrogated? And if you have to suck the wiener, would you rather have
Whose
your mind
wiener is
taken
it?
out? Any wiener.
I mean, that's fair, but
I mean, it doesn't seem like a bad trade-off.
you haven't even sucked a wiener before.
Exactly. My Lord.
Oh God. So I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. It's just I don't know that it's
wait. So it's like in that Mark Wahlberg Transformers movie. The Transformers are gonna start fighting, but let's watch him run away. She's gonna start sucking wiener, but let's watch her get interrogated instead.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that sucks.
That sounds about right. Yeah, so like not only is there too much sex, but the sex also keeps getting interrupted. So then I'm kind of like, why have so much sex if we're just going to interrupt it? Like, give me the fantasy back and stop taking this cop out to just zap her out of her mind to go go full on abduct her. Like, why are you just mind abducting her and then putting her back over and over and over? It's a little frustrating. I feel like Miss Maniscalco got a little bored and didn't know what to do with herself.
Oh,
was like, oh, let's just zap her out of her head.
That sounds terrible.
It's not terrible, but
like you imagine like you're about to have sex and you like completely blank out, and when you come back in,
it's over.
You're like already in the shower, like coming out of the shower, drying yourself.
You missed the whole thing.
Oh, that sounds terrible. So, anything else you want to say about it?
No, I'm good.
No? Okay. So, my next game is Crisis Core Reunion. This is the remaster. It's more like a remake of Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core for the PSP. Yes. I have it on Switch and I have it on PS5. I've played both versions.
All the way through?
No.
Oh.
I have beaten this game before, and I absolutely fucking love this game. Like I just need like 2 days to get through the whole thing. Just like 2 days of doing nothing but playing this game, and I will be so happy.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Not anytime soon. So the Switch version actually looks terrible. Looks like dog shit.
Really?
Yeah, it looks awful.
Really?
The cutscenes they have frame rate issues. The characters look bad. I hate Zack's new voice actor. He sounds like the original voice actor if he was talking while holding his nose. So he sounds like this. Like if it was the original actor doing that. He sounds fucking terrible. Other than that, it runs great on the Switch. Like it actually plays really well. It's smooth, frame rate doesn't dip or anything, but somehow the frame rate dips in the cutscenes, which is fucking weird. It's a cutscene. Like it's a pre-rendered video. Like why does it stutter there? But on PS5, everything looks great. It runs super smooth. The voice acting from Zack still sucks, but it's much better on PS5. And I played on the Switch for about an hour. So up to a point in the story where you do your first mission and you're kind of like, okay, continue. And I got to that same point on PS5 in like 20 minutes because I just skipped the cutscenes. I just watched them like the day before. So far, I really like everything. Like the combat still feels the same, but it feels a little bit different because you have many more buttons on a PlayStation 5 controller or a Switch controller than you did on a PSP. Everything's more streamlined. So, if you got to do your magic attacks, you just hold a button, hit a button, magic. You don't have to search through menus and select what you want to do and then do it. And hopefully they won't hit you while you're doing that. So it's a lot more streamlined, and like the combat feels great. It feels like the Final Fantasy VII Remake combat, but a little bit more simplified. And it's fun. Like it's fun. It looks good. It feels good. And like you're doing like the same combo over and over again. Maybe throw some magic or whatever at the end. I really enjoy it. And this game came out on PSP when I was in high school, so it's
a long time ago.
Been out for a while.
As long as Dragon Ball Abridged.
Yeah, a little bit less. It's younger than Abridged.
Dang.
Yeah. So pretty much by now, if anybody's a Final Fantasy fan or whatever, they know by now that this is probably the saddest game in the whole series.
Oh, really?
Because the main character dies at the end.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he gets murdered, and he gives his weapon to Cloud, and it's a whole emotional moment. It's very well done. Not as great as 3658 Days Over 2 or whatever from Kingdom Hearts on the DS. That ending actually broke me because one of the characters dies, and because of the nature of that character, nobody's ever going to remember them, not even their best friends. So it's super fucking sad. But this is a very good ending. But what they're doing on the Final Fantasy remake kind of like doesn't matter. But it's still a great fucking game, and I can't wait to put more time into it. It's so good. So good. It looks so pretty. Like you fight giant fire goat monster, and it's...
A giant fire goat monster.
Ifrit, the fire summon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You throw ice at it, and it like freaks out. It's like, oh, fucking ice, it's cold. And then you hit him with your sword. It's great.
Interesting.
Peak gameplay, the sign.
Okay.
Can't wait to put more time into it.
You say so.
Yeah. And since my parents are coming, are taking over this room, might as well just play it on Switch.
There you go. You'll have your handhelds to keep you company.
Mm-hmm. Although I'll kick them out of the room eventually and just play some video games in here. Time to go somewhere else and have fun. It's Florida. There's stuff to do. All right. Tell me about City of Ruin.
City of Ruin. This is the second book in the Witch Walker series. God, I'm naming all these series wrong. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, it's the sequel to The Witch Collector, which I read, I think, last year.
The Witch Collector?
The Witch Collector. Yes.
The Witch Collector?
Yeah.
They like put them in like little...
Oh, that's what I
cases?
thought. That's what I thought. No, it's not like that. Anyway.
What does he do with all these witches?
He doesn't do anything with the witches. He doesn't collect them.
Then why is he the Witch Collector?
Oh, just shush. Just hush. You let me talk, sir. So I'm reading the second book.
I'm going to get you some water in a little bit.
No,
your
I'm
eyes
fine.
are all over the place.
I'm fine.
My eyes can't focus.
I didn't even put a whole shot of vodka in it.
Sure.
I didn't.
Okay, continue.
It's really good, though. But what was I saying?
The Witch Collector?
Okay, so this book was on my radar on Bookstagram last year because the author started following me, and she liked my Aragorn reels that I did with Luna, the one with the door and then the ring. And she's like, you should read my book because the main character is inspired by Aragorn. I'm like,
boy.
Oh, fuck! He's apparently like an Aragorn and Geralt mashup.
Okay, so he looks like Vigo Cavill.
Yeah, but let me tell you, I read him as Aragorn. I hear his voice in my head. I picture him,
Geralt.
and they have some dirty, dirty sex.
Geralt and Vigo?
No, not Geralt and Vigo. The main character,
The main
the
character.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. The
no.
guy. The Collector.
Yes, Alexis. Oh,
Alexis.
yes. With a U. Alexus.
A car.
Alexis. What?
Alexis.
Oh, yeah.
Alexis.
Alexis. You just ruined it for me. You single-handedly ruined the whole thing for me. Jeez. No, so these are really good. There's lots of representation. The main female character, she's not deaf, but she's mute. So she uses sign language. So everything she says is in italics, and he signs with her, which is nice. There are not lots of, like non-binary characters too, which is nice. Yeah, yeah, I really like it.
So what's the story about?
It's fantasy. I've had too much vodka. It is this fantastical world with like old gods who are trying to still interfere in things and like take the world back over. I may be describing this completely wrong. But like Alexis was a god or is some sort of immortal person. I can't remember if he's actually a god or not. And Reyna, the one who signs, she is basically a witch. And there's like this god knife that her family had been holding on to, and like it could kill the gods. And it's basically the golden compass. Now that I think of it. No, I'm kidding. Because, killing God.
There's only one god in a golden golden compass.
But there are multiples here.
Okay.
It's the golden compass for Greek mythology.
Oh,
Lots of gods versus one god killing gods.
Kratos might be there somewhere.
Yes. He might be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So City of Ruin is fun. It's
very fun.
Is this the book that you're enjoying the most right now that you're reading?
Probably. As you made me get up off the couch to come help you with the mashed potatoes, they were doing really dirty things to each other, and
in sign language.
I was picturing Aragorn.
Oh my God.
Aragorn and Arwen, to be exact. I just have to envision her as Arwen because I picture him as Aragorn. Hey, you know what? It makes me happy, okay?
I'm just saying it's funny. I'm not saying anything else.
It is funny.
I'm not yucking
You should give me vodka for every episode. This makes me really entertaining.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you some water in a little bit.
I'm good.
All right. So my next game is River City Girls 2. This came out at some point this week.
River City Girls?
River City Girls. So it's a sequel to River City Girls, which is a spin-off of River City Ransom, or I think in Japanese it's called Kunio-kun. So it's a beat-em-up. And that's the one that I told you today. Hey, look how pretty it is. And the characters are like all bouncy.
Oh, yeah, it is very pretty, very colorful.
Yeah.
I like the hot pink hair.
So
bubblegum pink hair.
Those girls are absolutely fucking violent as hell. They are savages. To the point where the one that I was using with like the pink hair has
pink hair
has a dab attack. It goes like boom, and she like dabs on the enemies and they like fly off the screen.
What?
Yeah, it's super crazy. And like she like the attacks have like wild names like head kick, and she jumps and like smashes her heel on characters' heads.
Oh shit!
Like I did with Luna yesterday by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's super violent. I played.
It doesn't look like a violent game.
Oh, it's so violent. I played the first one when it came out, and it didn't hook me. They kind of made fun of the reason why it didn't hook me at the beginning of this game. They're like, "Oh, the school scene happened a lot faster than in the original game." I'm like, "Yeah," because I hated the school scene in the original game. That's probably why I didn't continue. But what I played, I really liked because the combat feels great. It's very fast paced. It's a really good one person beat 'em up, even though it's made to be played with, I believe, 4 players.
Beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up.
Because you can play as both the girls and their boyfriends. And honestly, I do have one very big problem, and it's a very, very big problem that I almost turned off the game in the first 10 minutes because of it. The loading times are atrocious. They take so long.
And how long?
Like upwards of 15 minutes.
What?
Seconds.
Oh.
15 seconds.
Minutes? I was like, fuck that.
And like, it's a digital game installed onto the memory card on the Switch. 15 seconds is way too long for that. And it's like
15 seconds doesn't sound like a lot to me.
So let's say this is your entire screen, right? This is the computer monitor. And this is the entire area that you can move in. You start here, you cross here, 15 seconds. You start here, you cross back at the other side, 15 more seconds. They start a conversation. The conversation lasts for like a minute. Goes to the next one, 15 seconds. So after a while, it just gets completely grating, especially at the beginning when it's like, oh, just get to your classroom. And it's get to the school, go into the school,
Oh, okay.
walk up the stairs.
I see what you're saying.
Go through the hallway, go through the next hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that almost completely made me want to stop. And honestly, I don't know if I want to continue it right now because of that, or if I want to wait for a patch to come out that maybe helps those loading times because they are abysmal. And one of the reasons why I got this was because the completionist is the voice of one of the shopkeepers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I like the completionist. I think he deserves to be where he's at.
He's your twin.
He is my son. He is mine and one of my friends' illegitimate son. We both look like him combined. So I want to play it because it does feel really good to play, and I feel like if I had a friend that was into these type of games and he would buy it or she would buy it and we could play together, we would have a great time because it feels very good to play. It made me kind of want to revisit the original, see if I can get through it because the game literally starts at the end of the first game. So I feel like I didn't miss anything. Like I don't need to play the first one to know what's going on, but I would like to have some context. And it's a full-blown RPG. You level up, you gain new abilities as you level up. You can buy equipment to put on that makes your attacks better. Buy health items to give yourself health whenever you're low. It is completely realized and fleshed out and everything. Like if they just fix the loading times, solid game. So, yeah. River City Girls.
Solid game.
Yep.
When you say River City, I have no idea why. It makes me, River City Girls makes me think roller derby girls.
Well, they behave like roller derby girls.
Yeah.
Well, maybe even worse than roller derby girls.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they're fucking vicious.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me of something we didn't talk about in the intro.
What?
The Barbie teaser trailer.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that shit.
It's gonna be so good and terrible. It's gonna be awful.
I hope it's the worst. I hope
Planet of the Apes dolls shit.
I hope it's the Room levels of bad.
Yes, but good.
But good.
That's
yes.
what made it good because it was hilarious.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
hi, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope.
Tell me about Darling Girl.
Oh God, I was hoping we'd never get to this part. So I finished Darling Girl.
Which one is Darling Girl?
It's the one that I talked about in the last Read and Plays. It's the Peter Pan retelling, and Peter Pan's a rapist. And there are no content warnings for this shit. So I finished it yesterday morning before I went into work for my dreaded day of work. And I think the only thing that kept me going was I wanted to be able to say that it was a trash book with having finished it.
Okay.
And because it was one of those Once Upon a Book Club boxes where they gave me gifts, four gifts throughout the book. So the first gift was that eyeshadow that I think I talked about, or the edible makeup, whatever the fuck that shit was. I threw it away. I took a picture of it and I threw it away. The second thing is a really cool, I need to pull it out and put it in the room. It's like a cool little like book nightlight. It's a Peter Pan book, but still it's cool. Then the last two gifts I got to yesterday were this nice bell, like a dinner bell. It's really pretty, so I'm going to put it on my bookshelves. And the last thing, guess. Think about one of the restaurants that we enjoyed And then we went there too much. We wound up hating it. And there was something that drove us nuts about
Rosemary.
Yes. They gave me a packet of rosemary to plant.
What the fuck?
Yes.
That's so weird.
That's the last gift.
That is
It was
so
like on
strange.
almost the last, I think it was the last page of the book. I don't remember exactly how it fit in. It was a terrible book. I gave it 1 star.
Wow.
I gave it
You
1
finished
star.
a 1-star book.
Yes, I did. I mean, it happens sometimes. Rarely, but sometimes.
I'm surprised that you didn't DNF it.
Oh man, I thought about it so many times. It took me months to read that book. Months. When were Jorge and Melissa here?
Damn. September?
Yeah, I started reading it.
August or September, yeah.
I started reading it before they were here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's
because
a long
I
time.
took it with me to that hotel that day to take photos of it. Because remember, we came back here, y'all dropped me off, and then I went out and took photos. I took a photo of it.
Right,
because I was reading it.
We went to Koi Wan.
Yes, we went to Koi Wan and Jorge stocked the egg bun.
He stocked the
tray.
egg buns. He just like stood there waiting for the guy to refill
He was
them.
determined. That was
And
great.
he walks over to us and I see you and all I see is just like his head peeking over yours.
I can't.
It kind of looked like a something that you would see in a Godzilla movie. Like somebody's like looking somewhere and out of nowhere you see like Godzilla's face come into view.
Yes.
It kind of looked like something like that.
Like a raptor
Yeah, exactly.
in Jurassic Park.
Like, I just lost my shit. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, wow, I'm just waiting for the egg buns.
He was determined.
He got it and he fell in love with them.
He did. But yeah, so I finished it. It is like if you love Peter Pan, I heavily discourage you. Heavily.
From reading this book?
Yes, this will ruin Peter Pan for you. I guarantee it. He's a drunk, disgusting.
He's voiced by Will Arnett.
Like pot-bellied, awful. Yeah.
In the Chippendales
But
movie.
he's worse than that one. He's worse. He almost as bad. Well, no. Yeah, I could picture that Peter Pan being this guy. Just disgusting. And like he winds up, I'm just gonna spoil it. I don't care. Just skip a couple minutes if you need to. He winds up like he's trying to be young again, basically. Because the story is not what you think. Apparently Captain Hook saved Neverland. So fucking stupid. Captain Hook is like a private detective. So I don't like Peter Pan, but this just made it worse. But Peter's trying to get back his vitality, whatever, and he's like experimenting with shit, but giving it to little boys.
He's giving Viagra to little boys.
He's giving it to little boys to see, like they're basically his lab rats, and he winds up killing some kids. It's so fucked up. But also the main character is fucked up, and it just took so long to get anywhere. This book could be half the length that it was. Half. Tinkerbell's an idiot. She doesn't want to be called Tinkerbell anymore. She wants to be called Belle because she wants to separate herself from Peter because she doesn't like his shit anymore. And it was a terrible, terrible book, a terrible waste of time. I should have just opened the gifts and gone from there. But it was, oh God,
I can't believe they gave you a packet of rosemary. That's so weird.
Yes, a packet of rosemary. It's sitting on my desk right now because I need to take pictures of it. And then I don't care what the fuck happens to it.
You're so mad that you burped.
I did.
You almost threw up.
It doesn't help. Anyway, yeah, it was awful, but I did it. I powered through, and now I'm going to give it to Bright Light. Take it the fuck away from me. I never want to see it again. Yes, ruin someone else's vision of Peter Pan. I don't understand. I've never understood the fascination with Peter Pan. Ever.
It is weird.
Like.
And haven't you noticed that it's almost always grown men that are obsessed with him?
Really? I have not noticed that. No.
It's kind of weird.
No, I've only noticed ladies.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh,
I don't know. It was just creepy.
weird.
It was very creepy. Now he's a rapist, so.
That's awful.
Yep.
Uh, go, I just remembered something that I hadn't thought about in months. And it's like, how can you get so angry that you want to throw up?
So angry that you want to throw up? I
Yeah.
don't know that I've ever been that angry before.
It's like
Worried.
it mostly comes from like little kids being so angry that they end up throwing up. Like, it's crazy. Like, how mad do you have to be that that's your reaction?
I don't know that I've ever heard of puking from getting angry.
I think it came from a
I feel
video.
like you're making that up.
Like, it came from videos. Don't throw up, don't throw up, and the little kid's like screaming and they go, no, never
No.
said no. Oh well. So my last game is High on Life, and I have thoughts about this game.
That you love it?
I kind of hate it and love it.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
It looked like a fever dream.
It is a fever dream. So it's from Justin Roiland, one of the creators of Rick and Morty. So it has that stupid, gross Rick and Morty comedy to it. But you have guns that talk.
Is Justin Roiland the really hairy one?
No, that's Dan Harmon.
Oh,
Yeah, Justin Roiland is the nerdy
the
one.
other one.
Yeah. So the guns all talk, right? And like the main gun, Kenny, is voiced by Justin Roiland, and it's literally just Morty. You have Gus, who's a shotgun, Sweezy, who's a sort of machine gun with exploding crystals, and then Creature. I like Creature. Creature is a gun that shoots little creatures
Oh my gosh.
that attach onto people and like start biting them and hitting them until they die. And there's one point where Creature is like, oh, I keep telling these damn kids that they have to stay alive longer because all these people need to die. I can't keep just having more kids because these ones decide to die. And it's just like going on a rant like a parent would about how bad their kids are. It's like a gun that literally shoots people to go kill people. It's funny. It's very funny. Like, there have been moments in the game where I have out loud chuckled from how funny it is. But then there's the gameplay. I am not a big fan of the gameplay. The shooting, it's fine, and you have like double jumps and dashes and all that stuff, which normal first person stuff. But because the guns are alive, they're beings, you don't need to put ammo in them. So all you have to do is reload them, which is kind of weird because the main gun, Kenny, looks like a handgun, but the way that you reload it is by pulling it back, like if you were cocking a gun. But he kind of looks like a wiener, so it's like if you were pulling its foreskin back and putting it back where it was. It's kind of weird. They do have like secondary abilities, like the shotgun shoots a buzz saw for some reason. Kenny shoots a glob, which explodes and all the characters go everywhere. So like the shooting is fine and whatnot, but like it's basically like you're running, you get a bunch of enemies to attack, you got to kill them all, then you run some more, and then the same thing over and over again. Like the puzzles are very minimal. They're mostly like, oh, shoot down that wall so you can go through, or shoot this wall so you can launch you onto the other side, which, fine. But I'm somewhat enjoying it, but I got to a point yesterday where I was like, okay, I'm ready to play something else. But I kept playing for some reason. I don't know why I do this to myself. And the story itself, like the premise is funny. It's like one day you're at home, your parents go on vacation, your sister's doing cocaine, she's gonna have a party, you go out to go buy party supplies, aliens come down, one of the neighbors has dementia, goes up to like the big alien, the alien smokes him, like literally smokes him, and it's because
That's weird.
the aliens are part of a cartel that goes to planets and turns their inhabitants into drugs. And apparently humans are the best drug in the world, in the universe.
Can't.
So they
That's
came down
ridiculous.
to make all the humans drugs.
No. Oh my gosh. I can't.
Yeah. So it's fun because you got like these bounties that you have to collect. So you you have to kill these people. Like you have a knife that's kind of a psychopath, and like you got to carve a piece of them out. and like the knife is going crazy. It's like, oh, this meat is really good for cutting. This feels so good, and kind of has to, like, starts having an orgasm while you're cutting into the dead alien. It's funny. It does that very meta humor that Rick and Morty does, where they're like aware that they're a video game. So like at the beginning of the game, you like shoot a kid, and they're like, "Oh, there goes our E for everyone rating."
What?
Yeah. And then you go to the mom, and the mom's like, "Oh, somebody killed my kid, but he was 30 years old, so it's fine. But he's still prepubescent in our species."
What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. So far, I don't know if I'm gonna finish the game or not. It is on Game Pass. That's how I'm playing it. So I didn't have to buy it. I just pay for my Game Pass subscription on Xbox. That one, High on Life, yeah. So I don't know if I'm gonna play it. Like, I don't feel like I have to finish it. Then again, I do buy games that I start and I never finish because I don't feel like I have to finish them. But I don't know. Maybe I will, because I want to see where it goes. Because it's Rick and Morty humor. It's Rick and Morty humor.
Morty.
So yeah, High on Life. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny stuff.
If you say so.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty weird.
Yeah,
But I mean, it is Rick and Morty type stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like, you remember in Rick and Morty when Rick sold a gun to a guy for 3,000 space dollars, and then he's like, "All right, now we have enough money to go to the arcade," and they go to Space Arcade and blow the $3,000 there.
Yes.
Yeah, so pretty much that.
I can't.
Yeah. So, do you have anything else you want to bring up or say or talk about before we end the show?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
No?
Nope. Nothing.
Nothing?
Not a damn thing.
All right. Luna's asleep. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm tired.
Same.
So, all right. Do you want to say goodbye then?
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.